Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got the final game of this three-game series between the Cincinnati Reds and San Diego Padres. And leading off for the Reds, playing center field is Rose, batting second, playing second's Morgan, batting third, playing right field is Griffey, batting fourth, playing left field is Foster, batting fifth, doing the catching is Bench, batting sixth, playing third is Prez. Excuse me, batting seventh, playing first base is Votto. Batting eighth, playing shortstop is Larkin. And on the mound, doing the pitching and batting ninth is Rio. And for the hometown Padres, leading off batting first and playing left is Roberts. Batting second, playing short's Templeton. Batting third, playing right field, Gwynn. Batting fourth, playing first is Gonzalez. Batting fifth, playing third is Henley. Batting sixth, playing center field is Gaston. Batting seventh, doing the catching is Kennedy. Batting eighth, playing second is Flannery. And on the mound, doing the pitching and batting ninth is Whitson. And let's get down here to the field, get this game started. And the lead it off for the Reds is Pete Rose batting 200. Ed Whitson making his second start of the year. He's 0-1 with a 9 ERA. Cincinnati's off to a slow start here. They're 3-5. They are in last place in the Central, 3 games behind the Brewers. Griffey's batting 300, Bench 267, Perez 179, and Foster is off to a terrible start at 103. Rose, as we said, batting 200. Nolan with a 321 average ERA. And Johnny with a 5.14. Perky with a 9. Golet with a 1.29. And Rio enters this game with a 6 ERA. Let's get down to the field here and get things started. And here we go with the pitch to Pete Rose. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes out Rose. Round number 1. 1 up and 1 down here in the top of the second. And Joe Morgan's up now. What happened here? He didn't strike Rose out. There we go. And Abbott's in here. And now we got Morgan up batting a $190 with a homer and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. So Morgan gets down to first here with 1 out for Griffey. And let's see if Morgan's going to stay put. And they're going to do a little hit and run with Ken Griffey. And that's going to be a 28 and a 42 and a 9. Should be fielding column 1. And it is. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Templeton's only play is going to be over to first. And the runner will get in scoring position now with 2 outs. And here is a man struggling big time, folks. Batting 103. He's got 3 hits, 29 plate appearances, no homers, and only 2 RBIs. Can George do something here? And that's going to be against the righty, a 16 on a 9. Yep, a 16 on a 9. And he delivers, folks. George hits that ball in the left field. And with 2 outs, Bill Roberts out there, Morgan should score here with 2 outs. Let's see here. I'll have to re-roll a dice. Nah, we don't need to. That'll be a 48, a 30, and an 18. And he's going to make it home with no throw. So George with an RBI single. And the Reds take a 1-0 lead here in the top of the first. And Johnny Bench is up now with George down at first. Bench batting 267. He's got a homer and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And Chase, he'll go down the second for the out. Now to end the inning, but the RBI single by George makes it 1-0. So we go to the bottom of the first. Bip Roberts up for the Padres, batting 200. Jose Rayo is 0-1 with a 6 ERA in his second appearance here today. And the Padres are at 500. They're 4-4. David joins us here. Check out his channel. And the Padres are tied where they're in second. Actually, third, one game back because Giants and Dodgers are tied. So they're in third, one game back. Bip is batting 200. Gary Templeton off to a good start, batting 333. Gwynn 290. Cito's batting 310. Kennedy 207. Jones with no ERA. Jake with a 3.21. Dave Dravecki a 2.84. Kirby with a 4.5. And Whitson enters this game with a 9 ERA. And has already given up a run here today. And Bip is up. Here's the pitch to Bip Roberts. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. He drives this ball into left field. And that's going to be a leadoff double. So just like that, the Padres got the leadoff batter down in scoring position. And Gary Templeton, who's having a good start to the year, is up. Templeton batting 333 with no homers and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out the center. Rose has got it. Not a great arm out there. 34. And let's see here. Probably stay put with nobody out. 35. Yeah, I just don't feel like chancing it here. He'll score on a single, so why chance it? So that's going to be a fly ball out the center. Bip's going to stay put. Tony Gwynn's up now. Gwynn batting 290 with no homers and 6 RBI. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And he strikes out Tony Gwynn for out number 2. And the base runner still at second with that leadoff double. And it's up to Gonzalez now with 2 outs. Didn't see Gwynn striking out. Gonzalez batting 238 with no homers and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a 37. That is back to the mound. A 51 and a 2. Might be fielding column 2. And it is. And that's going to be a balk unless he's a BK. Nope, that's a balk. He balks him down the third. Is that just a balk? Do you spell out balk? Nope. I have to look this up real quick. It might just be a BK. We'll see here. We'll try that before I look it up. Yep, just a BK. And the runner's down at third, and Gonzalez still at the plate now. 2 outs, tie and run it 90 feet away. And here's the pitch to Gonzalez. And that's going to be a hit by pitch. So Gonzalez, I think that is his 3rd time being hit in this series, folks. I think he's been hit in every game. Every game. Let's see here. Let's look at his card. Replay. Let's see here. This says a walk, not hit by pitch. Okay. I was thinking he was hit by pitch. How many hit by pitches does he have? 3. I'm pretty sure what's being called a walk is actually a hit by pitch. Yeah. We'll take a look here later on, but he's definitely been hit today. So now you got first and third. And you got Chase up. And Chase is only batting a .154, but he's got 3 homers and 5 RBIs. He's 4 for 26, folks. 3 out of them 4 hits have been homers. And here's the pitch to Chase. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Jose gets out of this with nobody scoring. To the top of the second we go. 1-0. Cincinnati, Ohio. You got Perez, Votto, and Larkin due up here for the big Reds. And Tony's batting $179 with 2 homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be against the righty 15. And that's going to be an infield hit. Tony gets aboard here. So Tony's aboard with a leadoff hit, and Joey Votto's up. And Joey's batting .250, no homers and 1 RBI. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And Joey's going to lift that ball in the left field, I believe. 14. And nope, that's going to be hit in the right field. And with Perez's speed, he's going to stop at second. So the first 2 batters are aboard here in the top of the second. Barry Larkin up now. Can he drive a ball out to the outfield? It'll probably take a double to score Perez. Barry's batting .154. He has 1 homer and 3 RBI. And that's going to be the dreaded ground ball down to second. Doctor's orders, man, are answered. That's going to be the old 4-6-3 double play. And Whitson may get out of this mess with nobody scoring. As you got Jose up now with 2 down and Perez down at third. The old best friend for the pitcher, the old double play. And Jose's looking for his first hit of the year. He's 0 for 1. Can he help his own cause here? And he might just done that, folks. We don't need no stinking DH. That is going to be a single in the left. And that's going to be an RBI. And Jose says, DH, we don't need no stinking DH. He's doubles your fun, doubles your pleasure, doubles your lead with double mint gum. And Pete Rose is up now. He struck out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Pete out for the second time. But Jose, with that single, drives in another one. It's 2-0 Cincinnati. As we go to the bottom of the second. You got Cito, Kennedy, and Flannery due up here. Cito's batting .310, no homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a rare play of 40, 43 and a 40. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 1. Cito, here's the 1-0-1 pitch, and he strikes him out. That's his 3rd strikeout of the game, folks. See Cincinnati's upcoming schedule. They're going to leave San Diego and go out to Colorado and take on the Rockies for 4 games. Then they're going to go home, and Houston's coming to town. Terry Kennedy to the plate, batting .207 with a homer and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Joey. He calls off Jose and takes it himself for out number 2. Tim Flannery comes to the plate batting .259 with no homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Larkin. And that'll end the inning. 1-2-3 goes the Padres. To the top of the 3rd we go. And a 2-0 Cincinnati lead. And you got the 2-3-4 hitters due up. Morgan, Griffey, and Foster. Joe walked and came around the score back in the 1st. And he ain't walking this time, folks. He puts some lumber on this one. And that ball is driven into the gap in right field. Splits the 2 defenders. And Morgan's down at second with a leadoff double. Now Ken Griffey Jr.'s up. The runner in scoring position. Griffey grounded out the short his first time up. And that's going to be a infield. Let's see here. 8, 10, 15, 24, 31, 36. And that's going to be a pop-up down the left field line in foul territory. Gary Templeton chases after it, makes the catch. And that'll be 1 down. Can George Foster deliver here again, folks? He had an RBI single back in the 1st. Here's the pitch to George. And not this time. That's going to be a ground ball down to Templeton. believe. And a 53 and a 9. That's barely fielding column 2. And he's going to look the runner back to second, fire over to first. Now there's 2 down, and the leadoff double still at second, so it's up to Johnny Bench to deliver here, folks. Johnny hit into a force play his first time up, 0 for 1, and that's going to be a ground ball. Nope, that's a swing and a miss. He strikes Bench out, so the leadoff double goes nowhere. We go to the bottom of the third, still 2-0 Cincinnati. Whitson and then Roberts and Templeton due up. Ed's 0 for 2 on the year. And that's going to be a fly ball out to George and left for out number 1. Back to the top of the order we go. And Mr. Roberts is 1 for 1. He doubled back in the first. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Jose strikes him out for out number 2. And now Templeton's up 2 outs, nobody on, and he flew out to center. He's 0 for 1. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second, a 64 and a 9. And that's probably going to be fielding column 3. So, yep, that's column number 3. And that's going to be an error on Morgan, an E4. Morgan screws the pooch. Templeton's aboard here. And with Tony Gwynn up. And Gwynn struck out his first time up against Rayo. And here's the pitch. And that's going to be against the righty, 14. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. And a 4. That'll be a 51 minus a 35. That'll be 34. And there's not going to be a throw. So Griffey throws the ball in. That'll put a runner down at third. First and third and 2 outs. And now all this coming with 2 outs. And Gonzalez is up. And Gonzalez has been hit by a pitch his first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. So now you got the bases full. All this coming with 2 outs, folks. Jose can't get that all-important third out. So now you got Templeton at third, Gwynn at second, Gonzalez at first, Chase at the plate. Chase struck out his first time up. Bases full of Padres. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Jose's got Chase's number. His 5th strikeout of the game. The Padres leave the bases loaded and still trail this game by 2. 2-0 as we go to the top of the 4th. You got Perez, Votto, and Larkin coming up. See the team comparisons there. Cincinnati 3-5, 213 average, 271 on base, 388 slugging, and a 659 OPS. And the Padres 4-4 with a 221 batting average, 283 on base, 491 slugging, and a 775 OPS. Tony's 1 for 1 singled and came around to score in the second. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Whitson strikes him out. His 4th strikeout of the game. And Joey Votto's up. And Joey singled back in the second. 1 for 1. And he's going to be 2 for 2 as he squares this one up against Ed. And that ball is hit down the short. Templeton dives, stops it. Can't get to it. And that's going to be an infield hit for Votto. So Joey's aboard here with an infield hit. And now Barry Larkin's up. And they're going to do a hit and run here, folks. They're going to start the runner, trying to stay out of the double play here. And that's perfectly placed as Flannery leaves second to cover the base. And that's going to be hit into right field. Yep, that ball is hit in the right field. The runner will get down the third. Perfectly done. Now you got runners on the corners and one out. First and third. And Jose's up. And he's already got an RBI single in this game. They're going to let him swing away, folks. Going to let him swing away. He is 1 for 1, batting .500 on the year. Here's the pitch to Jose. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. 52 and a 5. That'll be fielding column 1. Doesn't bat left. But that's going to be the old 3-6-3 double play. So Gonzalez, nice job. Starts the double play. And that'll win the inning. And the runner gets stranded at third. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It's still 2-0 Cincinnati. And we got Cito, Kennedy, and Flannery due up here. And Gasto is struck out. He's 0 for 1. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. Jose's got Cito's number today. That's a 6th strikeout of the game. And Kennedy's up now. Kennedy grounded out the first. He's 0 for 1. And not this time, folks. He squares it up. See where Terry deposits this one at. And that ball is hit deep in the right field off the wall. Kennedy goes in the second with a 1-out double. Brings up Flannery now. The runner in scoring position and 1 out. Flannery grounded out to short his first time up. And that's going to be a pop-up down the short. Larkin makes the play. Out in shallow left field for out number 2. And it is up to Ed Whitson to try to drive in a run here. And Whitson flew out to George's first time up, 0 for 1. And that's going to be 18. And that's going to be a nice play down there by Larkin at short. Dive and stop, gets up, fires over to Joey for out number 3. And the Padres strand 1 to the top of the 5th we go. With the top of the order due up here. Rose, Morgan, and Griffey. Pete is 0 for 2. He has struck out twice against Whitson. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Gary fires over to Gonzalez for out number 1. Brings up Joe Morgan. He's 1 for 1. He has doubled and walked and came around the score in this game. And he nails this one. Joe Morgan having a great game. Where is this one going to land at? And that's going to be a double in the right field. Morgan with the second double of the game. It's in scoring position. Reds would love to get some insurance runs here. Already up 2-0. And up to the plate steps Ken Griffey Jr. He's 0 for 2 today. Grounded out and popped up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And he's going to, nope, that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes him out. And that is 2 down now. And George is up. George is 1 for 2 with a double today. Can he do her again? And nope. That is going to be a infield, I think. Yep. That's going to be a pop fly down the left field line near the stands. Templeton's over. Makes the catch. And the Reds strand Morgan at second. To the bottom of the 5th we go. The Reds hanging on to a 2-0 lead. We got the top of the order due up here in the bottom of the 5th for San Diego. Roberts, Templeton, and Gwynn. Bip 1 for 2. He doubled back in the first. And that's going to be a rare play of 64 on a 36. And that is going to be a fly ball out to right field. Griffey's out there. And that's a nice play by Griffey. He comes flying in. Takes that one off the shoestrings. Makes the catch for out number 1. Rob's bip of a base hit. Now you got Templeton up, nobody on. 1 out. and he's 0 for 2. Ken Castro joins us here. I don't know if you've seen the message I sent you, Ken, but Gil's old Tebow, have to check out his latest video. He had a no-hitter. Pretty damn awesome. Ben McDonald of the Orioles in 94. And Templeton 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a ground ball. That's a swing and a miss. Jose strikes him out. And that is his 7th strikeout of the game. Now there's 2 out, and Tony Gwynn's up. He's 1 for 2, singled his last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Griffey. That'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3 goes to Phillies. Yeah, you have to check it out. And we got the big boys due up here. Bench, Perez, and Votto. Johnny 0 for 2. He's grounded out and struck out. Not this time, folks. That ball is high. And how far is this one going to travel? Kiss it goodbye. Johnny Bench turns on this one. That's a no doubt about her. And it's 3-0 Cincinnati. Johnny's 2nd homer of the year. Makes it 3-0. You can see the Reds have scored 29 runs on 16 homers, 8 stolen bases, and caught twice coming into this game. San Diego 32 runs on 7 homers, 4 stolen bases, and haven't been caught. Perez is up now. He's 1 for 2 today. Singled and scored back in the 2nd. And that's a base on balls. And Whitson having a tough 6th inning here so far. Joey Votto comes to the plate. Can he put another dollar in the merry-go-round? He is 2 for 2 today, folks. Here's the pitch to Joey. And he gets him this time. That's a swing and a miss. Joey stands there like the house beside the road. Just stood there and watched that one go by. Now you got Barry Larkin up. He's 1 for 2. He singled his last time up. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes on Barry. And he take advantage of this. Thad Whitson falls behind on him. And that's going to be a pop up behind home plate. Kennedy takes the mask off. Makes the catch near home plate. And that is now 2 down. And Jose is up. And he is 1 for 2 with an RBI today, folks. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Gwynn. And a red strand 1 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. But get 1 on the homer by Bench. Make it a 3-0 ball game. And we'll have Gonzalez due up. Followed by Chase and Cito. And Gonzalez, he has been hit by a pitch and walked. And that's going to be a 11. Yep, and that's going to be a base hit in the left field. Gonzalez goes the other way. Or is it? Nope, that's a base hit in the right field. He turns on this one. Griffey gets over, cuts it off. Holds him to a single. Chase is up now. He's 0 for 2. Jose's had his number, folks. He has struck him out twice. And that's going to be another one. He gets him the hat trick. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Chase. All 3 times he's been up. There's a swings and misses. Cito comes up now. He just struck out twice. So out of the 8 strikeouts, 5 of them's been either Cito or Chase. So can he strike Cito out for the 3rd time? And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Gaston goes down for the 3rd time. 6 out of the 9 strikeouts have been those 2 batters, folks. Now there's 2 outs. Gonzalez still down at first, and Terry's up. He's 1 for 2, doubled his last time up. And that's going to be a deep fly ball in the center field. But Rose has got room near the track, makes the catch. And that'll end the 6th. The Padres strand 1 to the top of the 7th we go. The top of the order up in a 3-0 ball game. Rose is 0 for 3. He has struck out twice and grounded out, trying to avoid the hat trick. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Bip makes the catch for out number 1. And now you got Joe Morgan. He is 2 for 2 today with 2 doubles, folks. Walked his other time up. And he hits another one. Joe Morgan having a hell of a game, folks. And that ball is high. That ball is far. And how far is that one going to go? Kiss it goodbye. Joe Morgan turns on it. And the big red machine starting to come alive here today. And it is now 4-0 Cincinnati. And Griffey wants to play. He's 0 for 3. Here's the pitch to Griffey. And that's going to be a 40, a rare play. A 21 and a 40. That's going to be a foul ball, strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Griff. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. He goes the other way. Turns on it. Goes in the right field. And now you just got a runner on at first and 1 out. And George is up. George is 1 for 3 with a RBI today. And that's going to be against the 16. That's going to be a pop up down the third. Chase calls for it, makes the catch out in shallow left for out number 2. And here's Johnny. He's 1 for 3, homered his last time up. And he squares this one up, folks. And he drive in Griffey from first here and make this a 5-0 ball game. And that's going to be a single in the right. And with 2 outs, let's see here. That'll be a 54 minus a 33 plus a 19. Yep, Griffey will get down the third with no throw. So now you got runners on the corners and 2 outs. And Mr. Perez comes up. Can Perez add to this league? They're hoping Whitson can make it through this inning. He's due up second in the bottom of the 7th. They do got the bullpen up just in case. This will probably be his last batter one way or the other. Perez is 1 for 2 with a walk. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. A 63 and a 5. And that's going to be 63 and a 5 fielding column 2. And that's going to be first on air. Runner holds, but there's 2 outs, so the runner's going to score the other to second. And an S batter, so I should have read the whole thing. S batter out at first, so there's no error. Chase gets him. He bobbles it, comes up with it, has just enough time with Perez running to throw him out, folks. We make it to the 7th inning stretch. It's 4-0 after the home by Joe Morgan. So we go to the bottom of the 7th. We'll have Flannery, a pitch hitter for Whitson, and then back to the top of the order. And Flannery's 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. George calls for it, makes the catch. And there's 1 down. And like I said, that'll be it for Ed as he goes 7 innings, gives up 4 runs on 12 hits. And see who's going to come off the bench here against the righty. And Gene Richards is going to step up here. They need some base runners in a 4-0 ball game. See if Gene can get aboard here and get something started here in the 7th. He is 0 for 3 on the year, folks. And that's going to be 0 for 4 as Jose strikes him out for his 10th strikeout of the ball game. So 1 up and 1 down here. 2 up and 2 down here in the 7th. And we're back to the top of the order in Bip. Bip's 1 for 3, doubled back in the 1st. And that's going to be a ground ball down those. Larkin, he fires over to first, and that'll end the inning, folks. Let's see who's going to come out of the bullpen here and pitch for the Padres. You got the lefty, righty. So Yates is going to come out of the bullpen. Pitch for the Padres. And where's Yates at? There he is. Old Kirby's at the bottom here. And Yates, this is his second appearance. No record, no ERA. He'll be facing the bottom third here. Votto, Larkin, and Jose. Joey's 2 for 3 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And Flannery's bobbles that ball, holds on to it, doesn't compound the injury. Joey's on with an E4. And now you got Larkin up. He's 1 for 3 today, single back in the fourth. And that's going to be a 2 balls and no strike count on Larkin. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball out the Cito in center for out number 1. And Jose's going to bat for himself here, folks. He might put down the bunt, though. And he is. They're going to give him the bunt sign. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI. And that's going to be a nice bunt right back to the mound. Yates' only play is going to be over to first with Flannery covering. And that'll be out number 2. But now the runner's in scoring position with 2 outs. And Pete Rose is up. And Rose is 0 for 4. Can Pete deliver here with Joey down at second? 2 outs. And that's going to be a base on balls. Pete walks on down to first. Keeps this inning going for Joe Morgan. And Joe's 3 for 3, folks. He has singled, doubled, twice, and homered. He's missing a triple for the cycle, folks. Can he do it here? 3 for 3 with a homer, double, and single. And that's going to be a 18-14. That is going to be a fly ball out to center field. Cito goes back a few steps, makes the catch, and that's your inning, folks. And the Reds stand 2. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 4-0 Cincinnati, Ohio. Got the top of the order due up here against Jose, Templeton, Gwynn, and Gonzalez. Gary's 0 for 3. He did reach on an error, though. And that's going to be against the righty, 14. And that's a 9. That's going to be an infield hit for Templeton. And he's down at first with a base hit. And Tony Gwynn comes to the plate now. And Gwynn's 1 for 3. He is singled in this game. And that's going to be a fly ball out the Rose for out number 1. And Gonzalez comes to the plate now. He's 1 for 1. He's been hit by a pitch. He's walked and singled last time up. And that's going to be a 2-0 count on him. And that's going to be a tailor-made double play ball down to Morgan. Over to Larkin. Over to Votto. 4-6-3 double play. Pitcher's best friend. And to the top of the 9th we go, folks. In a 4-0 game, you've got Griffey, Foster, and Bench. 3, 4, 5 hitters up. George 1 for 4 today. Ken Griffey 1 for 4 today. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Yates strikes him out. That's Yates' first strikeout of the game after coming in. And George is 1 for 4 with an RBI today. And that's going to be another base hit. George goes the other way. A 2 for 5 ball game for George. He's down at first with 1 out for Johnny Bench. And Johnny's 2 for 4 with a homer. Let's see what Johnny can do. He singled his last time up. That's a ground ball down the third. Can Chase make this ball go around the horn and get a double play? 43 and a 5. That's exactly what's going to happen, folks. That's going to be the old 5-4-3 double play. And to the bottom of the ninth we go. Jose with a 5-hit shutout is going to try to get the job done here. You got Chase due up, followed by Cito and Kennedy. Chase is 0 for 3. He has struck out all 3 times against Jose. Can he give him the golden sombrero? And nope, he makes contact this time. That ball's hit down the Larkin over to Joey. And there is one out here in the bottom of the ninth. Cito has also struck out all 3 times. 6 out of the 10 strikeouts have been these two. Can Cito avoid the golden sombrero? And yep, that's going to be popped up down the second. Joe Morgan waits for it. That's a rainmaker. Waits for it, catches it with a little bit of water on it for out number 2. And the last chance for the Padres, Terry Kennedy. He is 1 for 3, doubled in this game. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. George waits on it, makes the catch. And that's your ball game, folks. Take 1 out of 3 games. Check out the score. Box score here. A complete game shutout by Jose. And I'm sure that's what the star is for. Yep. Shutout. And Reds, 4 runs, 13 hits, and 1 error. San Diego, no runs, 5 hits, and 1 error. Joe Morgan, 3 for 4, folks, with a homer. You had Morgan with a homer and Bench with a homer. The Reds were 2 for 11 with runners in scoring position. George and Bench both 2 for 5 today. They left 10 men on base. What could have been? It was a 4-0 shutout, but what it could have been. Padres didn't have anybody with a multiple hit game. They was 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position, left 7 men on base. And how many double plays did the Padres hit into? Just 1? Thought it was more than that. Let's check it out here. Thought the Padres hit into more than that. Nope, just the old 6-4-3 double play back in the 8th. I thought it was more than that. So Jose goes the distance, picks up his first win. He's 1-1, 9 innings, 5 hits, no runs, walked 1 and struck out 10. Ed Whitson drops to 0-2, 7 innings, 12 hits, 4 runs, walked 2, struck out 6, and gave up 2 homers. Yates comes in, pitches 2 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. And now for the standings. You got the Braves a game up on the Mets, Nationals 2 back, Phillies 2.5, and the Marlins 3.5. And in the Central, you got the Brewers a half a game up on Pittsburgh. The Cardinals are a game back. The Cubbies are a game and a half. And with the win, Cincinnati and Houston are both 2.5 games back. And out west, you got the Giants and Dodgers leading the division. The Arizona Diamondbacks and Padres are both a game and a half back. Colorado 2 games back. Jeff Bagwell's leading the National League with a .480 batting average. Sammy with 7 homers. Paul Molitor with 13 RBIs. Right now, ERA is at 0. And you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pitchers with 2 wins. 2 pitchers with 2 saves, Suter and Colvey. Sammy Sosa's leading in MVP voting. And Clayton Kershaw in the Cy Young. And next game on the channel is it's going to be another National League game. Let's see who we got here. I didn't want to do that. And it's going to be the Houston Astros taking on the San Francisco Giants. Durker against Juan Marichal. Should be a nice game there. Houston at San Francisco. I want to thank Ken Castro, David Little, and Advocate for stopping by here today. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Doesn't cost anything. Hit that bell. And when you're way out of San Diego, hit that like button and leave a comment. Till next time, y'all have a great day and take care.